Right, so we're off again. So hide. Okay, so what I want is just to do with this one with the rollover that we've put in and the divs is turn this into the table version. Okay, so you remember that when it was in this, if you change the size of things of the browser window, you would end up losing it and it wasn't springy. Yeah, so the ones that you've just made with the AP divs in are like this. Okay, and we can convert them so that they'll be like the other page that I showed you, whichever one that was. This one. Yeah, so they'll do that. So what we need to do in Dreamweaver with this page that's made out of the AP divs is convert it somehow. And I think we go into modify, convert, and there you can see AP divs to table. And it'll ask you a question or two, perhaps. Layout. Yeah, most accurate as you've spent time laying this page out however you wanted it to be. So we'll leave it as good as it can be. It will use transparent GIFs to block things out. So it's going to make little invisible graphics for you. And if you've got other stuff like, and you want it to be centered, sorry, then press centered. And you can prevent overlaps and put it on a grid and snap it to a grid and things like that. But those things I think you should experiment with if you want to use AP divs and convert them into tables yourselves. Okay, but click on center for a start off and then press OK. And you can see it shifted a little bit into the middle and now it's got all of these funny zigzag lines around it. And it is a table. Okay, so if you save that as page 4 and what?
I think you might be in the wrong page. Oh, you did it all wrong. That's what I just did. Which one did you try save? Which one did you try save? This one? Yeah. Maybe your index. Save your index.
Oh no, that's a table already though. So this one, I think it said you've got some listed. But did, so there's something going on. It's probably to do with this and it's spread out. Oh look, you've got loads of extra text in there.
That's why I
Try deleting a load of stuff so I can see what. Okay, who else's wasn't working? Yours.
Look what happened.
Convert. Yeah. Alright. Did you save it as page 4 and see what happened? No.
I don't know what's this mean.
You've got some overlap going on.
Do I create any page? I don't know. Oh my god.
Oh, that's annoying. Some people's work though, didn't they? Some people's don't work.
I'm
I
confused.
think you might have extra stuff in there. It's you've got one user menu. So we'll leave it as it is for now. Alright. Does yours not work as well? Oh, I don't know. We'll have to just leave it. Okay, so some of you it doesn't work, and I don't know why it doesn't work because I'm not very good at all of this. For the ones that do work, woohoo! And what I'll also show you is what it's done to the table, which we didn't do earlier. Okay, so you can see on my one, I've got it's turned it into a table. Okay, and so it's got these funny dotted lines going around it all, and there's no cell wall widths or anything like that. Okay, so if I select this table, you can see here that there's nothing in the width, the padding, or the spacing, or the border. Okay, so that was something that we looked at initially here. This table that we made in the first place had all of these things in it. The width, sorry, ignore that. Padding, if we put that to 0, that to 0, and that to 0, then this table doesn't, it's just there as a thing, an invisible thing that holds the text and the graphics in place. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. So that's the same as what was going on here. Right then, so what else do we need to have a look at? You understand the links, you understand the AP div to a certain point, but then it stops working properly. And we've messed about with the table and the content, so we're all right with that. Another thing that I want to show you is how to put in what's called a hotspot. Okay, so where's my hotspot one? So if you get from the webmess folder page4.html and that picture of a daemon, and make sure that they're in the main folder. Oh no, what's that one? Oh, let's just rename that. Okay. If you move stuff around from one place to another, you'll see that Dreamweaver says, oh, stuff's been moved, do you want to reload things? Yeah, it's keeping an eye on all of those folders for you to make sure that you don't make a mess of things and things get lost and stuff. So I've just made a new version of page 4 and broken it, basically. So in this page here, can you all get that one? Or a page, basically open this page 4 with this picture of a demon on it, or have another picture of your own with something in. Okay, you've got my one, so that's all right. On the man, the demon man, you can see that there's a blue shape. Okay, that's called a hotspot. So if you just click on it, you'll see that you get all those little squares all around it. There's little handles. I'd like you to delete that.
Why are we deleting it?
Because you're going to make your own. Yeah, well, you can make your own. So just delete the blue blob. And then you can see down at the bottom in properties, you've got these little map things here and these little hotspot tool shapes. Okay, so what you're going to do is use probably the polygon hotspot tool to draw a shape somewhere and turn it into a link. Okay, so if you click on polygon 1 and you can just go and click, it wants you to just put in an alt message. Yeah, you can go in and you can start clicking so you can turn something into a link. Okay, so I've just done that little cube as one. And then you can do the same thing again to make it have a link. So you can target a folder, a file somewhere with the little arrow thing, or you can put in an address.
do? You click link to, or
I've just put in an address. Oh no, that's wrong, isn't it?
do you have to find it on that link bit?
You have to put it in there. URL.
Where are we linking to?
Sorry, I'm getting a bit mixed up there. Link it to whatever you want. So you can link it to another page that you've made already, or you should be able to send it out to something else. But I just tried to do that and didn't get it very well because I'm going fast. I don't know what this is. That's good.
Can you just paste the link, the address in where it says link?
Whereabouts? Down there?
Yeah. And then that'll do it, or do you have to find it?
Doesn't like that, does it? Oh yeah, it does like that.
Yeah.
So with these hotspots, you can get a picture and put all sorts of links all over it. Okay, and you can use the different shapes to do that with. So that could be quite interesting, useful to play about with.